that throw down by Endy, I know he's just trying to make a play, but is that maybe something he has to eat there?
Yeah, I mean, I think he just rushed it a little bit, knowing that it was Elliott second going to third. That's probably a ball we just got to eat. And it looked like on the throw he kind of hit himself with a mask too, and that looks like it kind of cut him off. But yeah, that would probably be a play with Ellie running. It's going to be hard to get him there.
Does it feel like he's just kind of been sped up in the field? You're seeing a lot of mistakes from him at first and behind the plate right now.
I think right now, I mean, a little bit of we're seeing that he's missed a little bit of a year, and he's also really athletic and trying to do some things. Mm-hmm. So it's just slowing him back down. I would rather have to slow him back down than to push him forward. So, we just have to make sure that we continue to talk about these things with him.
What's kind of the challenge, too, from an offensive perspective for a guy like him who, like you said, has missed a significant amount of time and just kind of adjusting again to facing Major League?
It's just getting at bats. But, I mean, I think over the last 5 or 6 games, he's actually swung the bat pretty well and had good at bats. So it's just getting him at bats.
Is there a mental shift for him from going from starting the first base to suddenly being put in the catcher?
Yeah, that's a challenge because he sits in all the meetings with the pitchers too, and I thought he did a good job with Bailey. I mean, he calmed him down, and Bailey ended up finishing up strong. But yeah, it's challenging to do that from anywhere to go back behind the plate after that.
Was Joey's back issue related at all to what happened, the collision Wednesday?
No, it locked up. It looked like it locked up on the swing he took in the first.
Okay.
It was kind of a little check swing, and as cold as it was, and then he went out in the bottom of the first, and even him throwing the ball back to the catcher, our pitcher, it just didn't look right. And when he came in, he's like, "Hey, I'm locked up." And then he went to the cage and tried to swing and wasn't in a good spot, so we got him out.
I don't think we've ever seen Bailey that wild, I guess, in a game. Is there anything in common?
Yeah, I mean, I would guess it was the cold. You saw Singers, the same way. It was uncharacteristic from both guys, just big misses. And what Brady walked 3. And had a lot of deep counts, and it just, when I went out to 1 inning to make a pitching change, the balls felt like cue balls. It's cold and it's tough, and it looked like he just had a little trouble with his command. I thought he settled down nice. Obviously we made the error, but he settled down, was able to get us through 5.
Yeah, it does seem like that's even more uncharacteristic when he's missing with fastballs too. It's not like he's not spotting his breaking stuff. It was just not hitting his spots with.
Yeah, and I think that's very uncharacteristic of Bailey, and we have not seen that. And and not making an excuse for him, but I would say because we haven't seen him like that the elements had a little bit to do with it.
Any worry about his velo being down, or is that more cold too?
No, I think the velo being down could be cold related, and then also when you're not commanding the ball as well as you want, you have the tendency to ease off to try to get the ball on the plate.
Do you think the Candelaria home run was more him just trying, I think 2-0 count, just trying to get the ball over the plate? And
yeah, we get a situation there where we get the double play ball, and we're a pitch out of the inning, and they got behind, and I think it was just he'd already walked 3 guys in the inning. It was like, hey, I'm gonna throw a strike, and it ended up being center cut.
Obviously, go ahead,
How tough is it to dig out of a hole where you've got obviously the 5-0 deficit, but it comes on 5 walks, 2 wild pitches, and a throwing error?
Yeah, any deficit at all is challenging to build out of, but just the fact that we kind of, we kind of didn't play effective baseball because of the fact we didn't throw strikes, and then we threw a ball down the line, it makes it challenging.
Obviously, the offense is going through it right now. How much harder is it with the guys you have down? With Nick, Spencer, Brian, and Kutch not being able to play the same day. You guys are missing a lot of bats.
Yeah, it's challenging. Right now, and we just, once we just got to get back to full strength. We got to keep going and keep grinding through it, but we got to get back to full strength. And right now, we're just not there.
Yeah.
If there's any positive, Shugart and Wentz pitched well again today. Continuing a stretch of effectiveness from your bullpen.
Very, very. Bullpen was very good. Shugi came in, did a nice job. We got a really good lane for him. And then Joey came in and he was our most rested guy, 3 or 4 days down, and was really effective and threw strikes. So very encouraging to see out of those guys.